Bandidos, what up? Your boy Tux here. If you've ever been ambushed by a masked killer in the Division, you've met a hunter. These guys are the stuff of nightmares, and with Battle for Brooklyn DLC hitting on May 27th, they're about to take center stage. Whether you're new to the game or a returning player, this Cliff Note style rundown has everything you need to know about the hunters. Straight facts, no fluff. We're covering who they are, their lore, how to fight them, and why they're key to the upcoming DLC. Let's do this.
Wait, did we just become best friends? So nice to meet you. I think you're cool.
Piece of shit wristwatch.
This is a Cliff Notes version of The Hunters, designed to give you everything you need to know around the lore and what to expect when facing hunters so that you're ready for the Battle for Brooklyn. That's because we're going to have 8 new hunters with that DLC. If you're looking for something more in-depth, then I invite you to check out NGN's channel. He's got a nice touch for the dramatic. The hunters are basically the elitist of enemies in the Division series, built to take down Division agents like us. They wear creepy ballistic masks and carry SHD watch trophies from agents they've killed. They're not just tough, they're smart, using our own tech against us. Think of them as the game's boogeyman, mysterious, deadly, and always watching. In the lore, they're tied to Calvin McManus, the Homeland Security Director without a face. They're a secret squad recruited before the dollar flu even hit, meant to stop rogue agents from going off script. But who are they really? That's the big question driving their story. Hunters were created as a failsafe. The government knew the Division could go rogue, so they built this shadow team, highly trained, heavily armed, and off the books. Their masks aren't just for show. They're 7th gen tech, bulletproof, infection detecting, and packed with survival features. Some say they're ex-special forces. Others think they're something darker, like convicts or even test subjects. In the Division 2, we get hints they're linked to bigger players like Black Tusk, but nothing's confirmed. There's even a glitch where killing a hunter counts as a Riker kill, sparking theories they might be escaped prisoners. The truth, it's still buried, but that's what keeps us hooked. Hunters don't mess around. In the Division, the original, they stalk you in survival mode during extractions or pop up in the underground DLC. In the Division 2, they're hidden in the open world for the most part. Solve a riddle and one drops in to ruin your day. Because they're a fan fave, the devs have also added them to other game modes, like Floor 100 of the Summit Skyscraper, throughout the Countdown game mode, and even in the brand new climax mission of Year 6, Season 3, Burden of Truth. So these dudes hack your skills, your drones, and hit hard, so you need solid gear and a plan to take them down. Beat them and you score big usually. Unique masks like Demon or Wraith, and sometimes even exotic loot if they're tied to a mission ending, and collecting them is a rite of passage for any agent. There are 2 hunters that show up in story. The Deceit Hunter was a key operative in the Hunter program, tasked with monitoring and, if necessary, eliminating rogue Division agents and other threats to the program's objectives. One of the Deceit's primary missions was to observe Fei Lao's efforts to recruit rogue agents into the Black Tusk Special Unit, or BTSU. Deceit's role was to evaluate whether Lao's recruitment was effective and to eliminate these agents if they became a liability. However, Division agents preemptively took down these targets, sparing Deceit from immediate action. Later, Deceit was sent to Coney Island Amusement Park to provide security during a staged meeting between Barton Schaefer and Fei Lao, which was actually a trap to allow Schaefer's capture by Division agents. Under Schaefer's orders, Deceit attempted to kill the agents, but was defeated in the ensuing confrontation. This encounter marked a rare instance of a hunter appearing in a main story mission, emphasizing Deceit's role as an enforcer of the Hunter program's agenda. The recruiter, also known as Brian Johnson, was a former Strategic Homeland Division agent who defected to join the Hunter program. As a high-ranking member, he was responsible for recruiting and training new hunters to expand the program's ranks. One notable example was his oversight of Jack Bonney, a Black Tusk Special Unit operative. The recruiter equipped Bonney with an SHD watch and monitored his training at Jefferson Trade Center. Despite Bonney's potential, he was killed by Division agents, and the recruiter disappeared from the scene. The recruiter later took on a more operational role, managing hostages such as Cindy McAllister, Mel Arnold, Jack Arnold, and Vikram Malik. This assignment ended when Division agents tracked him down and killed him. His death revealed a chilling truth. Hunters were embedded within the Division itself, sowing distrust and paranoia among agents. This revelation amplified the Hunters program mystique and its deep ties to the Division's internal conflicts. So how many Hunters are there exactly? Well, in Washington, D.C., the base game, there are 12 Hunters found in the open world. Each is tied to a specific riddle or task and drops a unique mask and an ivory key upon defeat. The ivory key is used to unlock this crate and rewards you with a named F2000 called the Shield Splinterer with Perfect Optimist. All the base game Hunters are listed here, along with their locations. These are the 13 Hunters, part of the Warlords of New York expansion. Most of them are found in Lower Manhattan, although some are found in the open world in Washington, D.C. They drop unique masks and off-white keys. You use those keys to open up this crate at the Haven settlement in New York. And with that, you're going to get a named chess piece called Hunter Killer. Additional Hunters were added throughout the game as part of continuous updates, such as the Deceit Hunter, who came with the Brandon Schaefer Manhunt, the Freedom Hunter with the Kelso Tanker mission, the Right Hunter in the Incursion mode, the Adamant Hunter with the Summit mode, and the Jewel Must Hunter that also shows up in the Summit during the holidays. And the most recent addition is the Four Wolves mask that came with the final climax mission of Year 6, Season 3. Not intended to be an all-inclusive list, these Hunters appear in specific game modes or seasonal content. However, they are not part of the Core 25 mask collection. We've also learned that we're going to get 8 new Hunter riddles with the Brooklyn DLC in Brooklyn Heights and Dumbo. Solve them, fight unique Hunters, and claim new masks for your collection. In the Division 2, cracking a riddle and facing a Hunter leaping from nowhere is pure adrenaline. These moments make them legends. Alright, let's talk about what happens when you run into one of these hooligans. So Hunters wield a carefully selected arsenal, but perhaps their most iconic tool? Hunters use crash axes for brutal melee attacks. These weapons are synonymous with their identity and are often employed in swift, lethal executions. Do not be in range of melee. They're able to deploy skills like drones, turrets, and hives to control the battlefield and disrupt players' plans while maintaining pressure during fights. They also have hacking abilities, a unique and frustrating trait. These Hunters can hack your skills, turning gadgets like turrets or drones against you, adding chaos to the encounter. Hunters engage briefly with intense aggression, then retreat to cover or reposition, forcing players to stay reactive and alert, and they can heal with what seems like an infinite amount of armor kits. There are a lot of ways to handle the Hunters, but I gotta tell you, patience and being tactical is key. Definitely leverage your choke points, especially when facing more than one Hunter, and set traps. Like literally, shock traps are really great, and they're gonna jam your skills, and they can hack your skills and take them away from you. So do not bring in the attack skills like a turret or a drone, because they're gonna turn them against you. Skills that are great against the Hunters are things like Riot Foam, EMP Pulses, because they jam you, why not jam them back? Because they can also deploy turrets and drones of their own. Think of things that provide the power of a skill without actually being one, such as a laser pointer for your gun to get power-ups from pulsing, or by running trauma on your chest to blind and bleed the Hunter, and beware of the rush. So make sure you keep some distance between you and the Hunter. One of the best things to counter a Hunter is shock. Shock ammo or shock talents from weapons like the Scorpio and the St. Elmo's are great against the Hunters. In other words, status effects, even if they're coming from skills, and even though they jam your skills, are still your best friend. Hunters are considered elites, so for defense, protection from elites goes a long ways, as well as adrenaline rush to get that constant bonus armor when they do rush you. Keep an eye on your armor kits. These guys hit really hard and will wipe your armor really quickly. It's not unusual to run out of armor kits when fighting a Hunter. Hunters aren't just tough, they're the soul of the Division's lore. Their mystery, their masks, their brutal fights, they push us to dig deeper and play smarter. I've had tons of fun taking them all down throughout the original campaigns of Division 2. Battle for Brooklyn is their next chapter, and it's your chance to uncover more. That's your Hunter's Crash Course. Ready for Battle for Brooklyn? Drop your favorite Hunter moment in the comments and tell me which masks you're hunting next. See you in Brooklyn. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm Tuxedo Bandido, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on the good stuff I have coming for you. And if you like content like this, be sure to check out the video I have recommended for you right here. If you have anything you would like me to cover, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And thank you to all the channel members and donors who make things possible. Tux Nation wouldn't be the same without you.
When you buy a game from Ubisoft, enter the creator code Tuxedo Bandido to support the channel. Easy peasy.
Wait, Did we just become best friends?